Magandang umaga po sa ating lahat. Narito tayo sa press conference ng Philippine Statistics Authority para sa May 2024 Inflation Report. We are pleased to welcome the press and media partners here with us on-site and online today. Ako po si Janine Almeda, ang inyong moderator for today's press briefing. Bago po natin simulan ang inflation report, gusto po naming ipahayag na ito ay naka-live stream sa ating PSA Facebook page. Updates are also tweeted on PSA X with the hashtag PHCPI. Ngayon, ikinagagalak ko pong ipakilala si PSA Undersecretary Dennis Mapa, National Statistician and Civil Registrar General, na siyang mag-uulat tungkol sa mga paggalaw ng ating presyo ng bilihin sa Pilipinas itong nakalipas na Mayo. Ating pakinggan ang report ni Yusek Dennis Mapa.
Magandang umaga sa inyong lahat. Ang Philippine Statistics Authority mag-uulat ng antas ng inflation sa bansa para sa buwan ng Mayo 2024. Ang headline inflation o ang pagtaas ng presyo ng mga produkto at serbisyo sa bansa ay bumilis sa antas na 3.9% nitong Mayo 2024. Noong Abril 2024, ang inflation ay nagtala sa antas na 3.8% at 6.1% naman noong Mayo 2023. Ang average inflation mula Enero hanggang Mayo 2024 ay nasa antas na 3.5%. Ang pangunahing dahilan ng mas mataas na antas ng inflation nitong Mayo 2024 kaysa noong Abril ay ang mas mabilis na pagtaas ng presyo ng housing, water, electricity, gas, and other fuels na sa antas na 0.9%. Ito ay may 56.8% share sa pagtaas ng pangkalatang inflation sa bansa. Ang nag-ambag ng malaki sa pagtaas ng inflation para sa housing, water, electricity, gas, and other fuels ay ang mas mabagal na pagbaba ng presyo ng kuryente na may negative 8.5% inflation. Nakaambag din sa pagtaas ng inflation para sa housing, water, electricity, gas, and other fuels ang mas mabilis na pagtaas ng presyo ng LPG na may 9.4% inflation. Ang pangalawang dahilan ng mas mataas na inflation nitong Mayo 2024 kaysa noong Abril ay ang mas mabilis sa pagtaas ng presyo ng transport. Ito ay nagtala ng 3.5% inflation at 43.2% share sa pagtaas ng pangkahalatang inflation sa bansa. Ang nag-ambag ng malaki sa pagtaas ng inflation ng transport ay ang mas mabilis sa pagtaas ng presyo ng mga sumusunod. Gasolina na may 5.2% inflation. Diesel na may 7.2% inflation. Nakaambag din sa pagtaas ng inflation para sa transport ang pagtaas ng presyo ng pamasahe sa barko na may 1.5% inflation mula sa negative 23.3% inflation noong Abril 2024. Pagdating sa antas ng overall inflation nitong Mayo 2024, ang pangunahing commodity group na nag-ambag ay ang food and non-alcoholic beverages na may 5.8% inflation at 56.6% share. Ang pangunahing nag-ambag sa inflation ng food and non-alcoholic beverages ay ang mga sumusunod. Cereals and cereal products na may 16.6% inflation. Particular dito ang bigas. Meat and other parts of slaughtered land animals na may 1.6% inflation tulad ng karne ng baboy. At ready-made and other food products not elsewhere classified na may 5.3% inflation. Particular ang luya. Ang pangalawang commodity group na may pinakamalaking ambag sa pangkalatang inflation nitong Mayo 2024 ay ang restaurants and accommodation services na may 5.3% inflation at 13.2% share. Ang pangunahing nag-ambag sa inflation ng restaurants and accommodation services ay ang restaurants, cafe and the like na may 5.3% inflation. Ang transport ang pangatlo sa may pinakamalaking ambag sa pangkalatang inflation nitong Mayo 2024. Ang commodity group na ito ay nagtala ng 3.5% inflation at 8.2% share sa pangkalatang inflation. Ang mga pangunahing nag-ambag sa inflation ng transport ay ang mga sumusunod. Other passenger transport by road na may 3.7% inflation, particular dito ang pamasahe sa jeep, gasolina na may 5.2% inflation, at diesel na may 7.2% inflation. Sa 13 commodity groups, 2 ang nagpakita ng mas mabilis na pagtaas ng inflation nitong Mayo 2024 kumpara noong Abril. Ito ay ang mga sumusunod: housing, water, electricity, gas, and other fuels na may 0.9% inflation at transport na may 3.5% inflation. Samantala, nagtala ng mas mabagal na pagtaas ng presyo nitong Mayo 2024 kumpara noong Abril ang mga commodity groups na food and non-alcoholic beverages na may 5.8% inflation, alcoholic beverages and tobacco na may 4.2% inflation, clothing and footwear na may 3.7% inflation, health na may 2.9% inflation, recreation, sport and culture na may 3.5% inflation, restaurants and accommodation services na may 5.3% inflation, at personal care and miscellaneous goods and services na may 3.4% inflation. Nanatili naman sa kanilang antas ng inflation noong Abril 2024 ang mga sumusunod na commodity groups: furnishings, household equipment, and routine household maintenance na may 3.1% inflation, information and communication na may 0.5% inflation, education services na may 3.8% inflation, at financial services na may negative 0.6% inflation. Sa mga pangkat ng pagkain sa bansa, nagpakita ng mas mabagal na pagtaas ng presyo nitong Mayo 2024 ang mga sumusunod: bigas na may 23% inflation, flour, bread, and other bakery products, pasta products, and other cereals na may 3.5% inflation, milk, other dairy products, and eggs na may 1.4% inflation, particular dito ang powdered milk, fruits and nuts na may 5.5% inflation gaya ng saging, at vegetables, tubers, cooking bananas, at iba pa na may 2.7% inflation tulad ng sibuyas. Samantala, nagpakita naman ng mas mabilis na pagtaas ng presyo nitong Mayo 2024 ang mga sumusunod: meat and other parts of slaughtered land animals na may 1.6% inflation, particular dito ang karne ng manok, at ready-made food and other food products not elsewhere classified na may 5.3% inflation, particular ang luya. Nagpakita naman ng pagtaas ng presyo nitong Mayo 2024 ang mais na may 6.5% inflation mula sa pagbaba noong Abril 2024. Nagtala naman ng pagbagsak ng presyo nitong Mayo 2024 ang oils and fats na may negative 3.6% inflation tulad ng mantika, at sugar, confectionery and desserts na may negative 2.8% inflation, particular dito ang asukal na pula. Samantala, walang naitalang paggalaw ng presyo nitong Mayo 2024 kumpara noong Mayo 2023 ang fish and other seafood na may 0% inflation. Ang core inflation kung saan inalis ang mga piling, food, and energy commodities na magalaw ang presyo ay bumagal sa antas na 3.1% nitong Mayo 2024. Noong Abril 2024, ang core inflation ay naitala sa antas na 3.2% at 7.7% naman noong Mayo 2023. Pagdating sa National Capital Region, ang headline inflation ay bumilis sa antas na 3.1% nitong Mayo 2024. Noong Abril 2024, ito ay naitala sa 2.8% at 6.5% naman noong Mayo 2023. Ang pangunahing dahilan ng mas mataas na antas ng inflation nitong Mayo 2024 kaysa noong Abril sa National Capital Region ay ang mas mabilis na pagtaas ng presyo ng food and non-alcoholic beverages na may 4.4% inflation at 46.7% share sa pagtaas ng pangkalatang inflation sa National Capital Region. Ang nagambag sa pagtaas ng inflation ng food and non-alcoholic beverages sa National Capital Region ay ang pagtaas ng presyo ng meat and other parts of slaughtered land animals na may 1.8% inflation, particular dito ang karne ng manok. Nakaambag din sa pagtaas ng inflation para sa food and non-alcoholic beverages sa National Capital Region ay ang mas mabilis na pagtaas ng presyo ng mga sumusunod. Cereals and cereal products na may 11.6% inflation, particular dito ang bigas, at fish and other seafood na may 1.4% inflation gaya ng bangus. Ang pangalawang dahilan ng mas mataas na antas ng inflation nitong Mayo 2024 kaysa noong Abril sa National Capital Region ay ang mas mabilis na pagtaas ng presyo ng housing, water, electricity, gas, and other fuels na may 1.9%. Ito ay may 36.2% share sa pagtaas ng pangkalatang inflation sa National Capital Region. Ang nagambag ng malaki sa pagtaas ng inflation para sa housing, water, electricity, gas, and other fuels sa National Capital Region ay ang mas mabagal na pagbaba ng presyo ng kuryente na may negative 0.7% inflation. Nakaambag din sa pagtaas ng inflation para sa housing, water, electricity, gas, and other fuels sa National Capital Region ang mas mabilis na pagtaas ng presyo ng renta sa bahay na may 0.6% inflation. Ang pangatlong dahilan ng mas mataas na antas ng inflation itong Mayo 2024 kaysa noong Abril 2024 sa National Capital Region ay ang mas mabilis sa pagtaas ng presyo ng transport. Ito ay nagtala ng 3.4% inflation at 17.1% share sa pagtaas ng pangkalatang inflation sa riyon. Ang nagambag ng malaki sa pagtaas ng inflation ng transport sa National Capital Region ay ang mas mabilis na pagtaas ng presyo ng mga sumusunod. Gasolina na may 6.4% inflation at diesel na may 9.4% inflation. Nakaambag din sa pagtaas ng inflation sa transport sa National Capital Region ang mas mabagal na pagbaba ng presyo ng pamasahe sa barko na may negative 4.7% inflation. Sa mga lugar naman sa labas ng National Capital Region, ang inflation itong Mayo 2024 ay nananatili sa antas na 4.1%. Noong Mayo 2023, ito ay nasa antas na 6.0%. Pagdating sa antas ng overall inflation itong Mayo sa mga lugar sa labas ng National Capital Region, ang pangunahing commodity group na nag-ambag ng malaki ay ang food and non-alcoholic beverages na may 6.1% inflation at 59.6% share. Ang mga pangunahing nag-ambag sa inflation ng food and non-alcoholic beverages ay ang mga sumusunod. Cereals and cereal product na may 17.3% inflation, particular dito ang bigas. Meat and other parts of slaughtered land animals na may 1.6% inflation tulad ng karne ng baboy, at ready-made food and other food products not elsewhere classified na may 5.5% inflation, particular dito ang luya. Ang pangalawang commodity group na may pinakamalaking ambag sa pangkalatang inflation nitong Mayo sa mga lugar sa labas ng National Capital Region ay ang restaurants and accommodation services na may 5.7% inflation at 12.3% share. Ang pangunahing nag-ambag sa inflation ng restaurants and accommodation services ay ang restaurants, cafe, and the like na may 5.8% inflation. Ang transport ang pangatlo sa may pinakamalaking ambag sa pangkalatang inflation sa mga lugar sa labas ng National Capital Region itong Mayo 2024. Ang commodity group na ito ay nagtala ng 3.5% inflation at 8.0% share sa pangkalatang inflation. Ang mga pangunahing nag-ambag sa inflation ng transport ay ang mga sumusunod. Other passenger transport by road na may 3.7% inflation, particular dito ang pamasahe sa jeep, gasolina na may 5.0% inflation, at diesel na may 6.5% inflation. Ang pinakamataas na inflation sa mga riyon sa labas ng National Capital Region itong Mayo 2024 ay naitala sa Bangsamoro Autonomous Region in Muslim Mindanao na may 5.9% inflation mula sa 6.3% inflation noong Abril 2024. Samantala, ang pinakamababang inflation sa mga riyon sa labas ng National Capital Region nitong Mayo 2024 ay naitala sa Region 1 o Ilocos Region na may 2.3% inflation mula sa 2.4% inflation noong Abril 2024. Kung ihambing sa inflation na naitala sa mga riyon sa labas ng National Capital Region noong Abril 2024, 5 riyon ang nagtala ng mas mataas na inflation rates nitong Mayo 2024. Ito ay ang mga riyon na may kulay asul. Samantala, 8 riyon naman ang nagtala ng mas mababang inflation nitong Mayo 2024 kumpara noong Abril 2024. Ito ay ang mga riyon na may kulay berde. Nanatili naman sa kanilang antas ng inflation noong Abril 2024 ang Bicol Region, Eastern Visayas at Caraga Region. Ang inflation para sa bottom 30% income households nitong Mayo 2024 ay nananatili sa antas na 5.3%. Noong Mayo 2023, ito ay naitala sa antas na 6.7%. Ang average inflation para sa bottom 30% income households mula Enero hanggang Mayo 2024 ay naitala sa antas na 4.6%. Ang mga pangunahing nagambag sa overall inflation para sa bottom 30% income households itong Mayo 2024 ay ang mga sumusunod na commodity groups. Food and non-alcoholic beverages na may 7.8% inflation at 80.3% share. Restaurants and accommodation services na may 5.0% inflation at 7.0% share. At transport na may 3.5% inflation at 4.0% share. Ang monthly data ng inflation para sa all-income households at bottom 30% income households ay inyong makikita sa website ng Philippine Statistics Authority. Maaari itong ma-access sa mga links na naka-flash sa screen o sa pamamagitan ng pag-scan ng QR codes na nasa screen. Dito nagtatapos ang aking paglalahad ng antas ng inflation o pagtaas ng mga presyo ng mga bilihin at serbisyo sa bansa para sa buwan ng Mayo 2024. Ang Philippine Statistics Authority ay lubos na nagagalak sa inyong paglahok sa press conference tungkol sa inflation sa bansa. Salamat at magandang umaga sa ating lahat.
Maraming salamat, Undersecretary Mapa, para sa ulat ng May 2024 inflation. Ngayon, bago po natin simulan ang ating question and answer segment, nais po naming ipahayag ng ating press kits para sa ating online participants ay aming ipapadala po via email. Para po sa ating participants here on site, papamigay naman po dito ng ating mga secretariat. Para sa mga nais pong magtanong, please raise your hand to be recognized. And for those online, please pakidamit po ang ating raise hand feature or send your questions via chat box. Kapag kayo po ay natawag upang magtanong, please state your name and organization. Ngayon, handa na po tayo. Yes, Sir Vic of Net25.
Yosek Mapa, sir. Good morning.
Good morning.
Vic Sumintak of Net25. Sir, naobserbahan lang natin since March, 3 consecutive month, tuloy yung pagtaas o pagbilis ng inflation rate natin. Can you give us the reason bakit ganon despite na may mga intervention na ginagawang national government?
Thank you very much, Vic. No? Yung tama ka, yung inflation rate natin para sa all-income households, ito ay nagsimula, siguro tingnan natin yung time series as mentioned by Vic. Ano? Yung January tayo, itong 2024, ito ay nasa 2.8%. Tapos nagkaroon ng 3.4% noong Pebrero, Marso 3.7, 3.8 noong Abril at 3.9% ngayong Mayo. Actually, 4 na buwan na siya mula Pebrero. Sinasabi naman natin dito sa mga past press conferences ay una yung major contributor talaga ay yung food and non-alcoholic beverages, no? Particularly sa food, yung bigas. Substantial talaga yung contribution ng price of rice. Alam natin yung double digit yung inflation natin nasa 20% level. Although bumaba siya ngayong Mayo, but still it is 23%. So substantial yun, both for the all-income household, kasi alam naman natin mataas yung weight ng ating rice doon sa inflation basket for all-income households at doon sa bottom 30% income household. For rice, for example, almost 8.9% ang weight niya doon sa basket para sa lahat ng mga households. Ito yung tinatawag natin para sa headline inflation. Doon naman sa bottom 30%, ito ay mga nasa 18%. So substantial, siya yung pinakamabigat na weight doon sa basket natin. So tumataas ito, yun talaga yung malaki. And then from time to time, may mga pag-akyat naman doon sa ibang medyo malalaki rin na weights, no? Like dito sa ating May, ang primary contributor ay yung housing, water, electricity, gas, and other fuels. Number 2 yon sa weight naman kasi doon sa pagtaas ng LPG in particular. And then yung transport, no? Kasi tumaas yung inflation para dun sa diesel and gasoline. So in a way, may base tayo, which is the contribution ng food. And then in some months, may mga tumataas tayo ng mga items or commodity groups na substantial din yung weights niya. Kaya nagkakaroon tayo ng pagtaas sa inflation rate. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Next question, please. Yes, Miss Kai.
Hi, sir.
Good morning,
Sir,
Kai.
yung sa bigas lang, pahingi na lang po ulit ng mga presyo.
Okay.
Tapos, sir, yung pati na rin sa electricity and
LPG.
ano yung reason? LPGs.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Yung may tanong din ito, no, para i-ano ko na lang yung tanong online kasi nagtatanong ano ba yung price ng imported and local rice, no? Sa May, yung ano kasi yung PSA, hindi niya, mayroon tayong 3 groups of items, no, sa rice, regular, wheel milled and special rice. So hindi kami nagdi-distinguish nung kung local or imported. Yun talaga yung classification. But just the same, these are the prices. For May regular, nationwide ito, ano, regular 1 kilo ang ating basihan diyan. Ang average price niya ay 51 pesos and 3 centavos. Versus May, nasa 51 pesos and 25 centavos. Kaya may month-on-month tayo na decrease. Kaya nakita nyo na kanina bumaba yung overall inflation ng rice May versus April. For wheel milled rice, ang average price niya ay nasa 56 pesos and 6 centavos per kilo nung May. And compared sa April naman, ito ay nasa 56 pesos and 42 centavos. Again, mayroon tayong substantial decrease na mga 0.6%. Sa special rice, 1 kilo, ang average price niya nung May ay 64 pesos and 41 centavos versus April is 64 pesos and 68 centavos. Again, mayroon tayong small drop which is month-on-month negative 0.4%. What's the other electricity? Yeah, LPG and electricity. Okay, yung electricity natin, yung commodity items, marami tayong commodity items, pero itong electricity consumption of about 120 kilowatt hours per month, ang average price niya, 120 kilowatt hours, is 1,404 pesos and 60 centavos nung May versus April, which is about 1,384 pesos and 35 centavos. We have other items dito sa electricity, Kaya, no? So we are tracking a number of items. Later siguro we'll just send you the time series. LPG. Okay, LPG, ang ating commodity item dito ay 11 kilogram cooking gas. Ang average price niya noong May ay about 1,104 pesos 60 centavos. Versus 1,113 pesos and 18 centavos. May items pa ba na iba? Or this is the single item? LPG. Yun lang. There are also other items. So that's one that I mentioned again. We will send kasi within that LPG sub-basket there are a number of items. We'll just send it to you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Sir, would just like to insert a question from online in connection to Ms. Kai's question from Ms. Eileen Menchas earlier. Comparative prices of imported and local rice for May versus May 2023 and January 2024 po, as well as price of local and imported pork of the same period.
Yung sabi ko kanina, Aileen, ano, yung hindi tayo nagtatrack ng imported or versus local rice kasi yung tinatrack natin regular rice, wheel milled rice saka special rice. So yun yung mga items. The same with pork. Medyo mahirap na tingnan doon sa ating mga data collectors kung ito ba imported pork or local pork. But for time series ng rice, price of rice. The time series kasi she needs January. Okay. Ibigay ko lang siguro, Eileen, yung rice natin as I also mentioned kanina kay Kai, pero you're asking for January 2024, no? So, ang average price natin, sabi ko, wheel milled rice, 1 kilo, ang ating yung ating basihan dito, 56 pesos and 6 centavos noong May. Noong January, nung magsimula tayo, itong taon, ito ay nasa 54 pesos and 91 centavos. May last year, ito ay nasa 44 pesos and 78 centavos. Kaya nga may double digit tayo na increase. For special naman, ito ay nasa 64 pesos and 41 centavos average price per kilo noong May. And then January, 63 pesos and 90 centavos. Noong May 2023, ito ay nasa 54 pesos and 38 centavos. Again, it's about 10 peso increase at kaya mayroon tayong double digit na inflation dyan year on year. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Okay, next question, please. Sir Michael Flores.
Enes, good
Yeah,
morning.
morning.
Sir, yung rice, parang second straight month of decline, no, for May.
Yeah, yung price niya, may decline siya. Can you go back to the price? May decline siya na maliit. Ang special, for example, average national, ito ay parang itong limang buwan natin ngayong 2024. Ang peak niya ay nasa March, 64 pesos 75 centavos, and then bumaba sa slightly noong April, 64 pesos and 68 centavos, and then May, 64 pesos and 41 centavos.
Sir, I think last March or April na press con, the expectation was rice inflation will peak around July or August.
The idea is because of the base effect. Kasi yung last year, sabi ko, nag-start mag-increase yung price ng rice mga sometimes August. Kaya nakikita natin na while may drop siya, mataas pa rin yung kanyang inflation, about 23%.
So in terms of base effects, likely ba na aakyat pa rin yung rice inflation or we have likely peaked already last March?
Looking at, kasi tinitingnan din natin yung world data on the price of rice, continuously bumababa siya. I'm looking at the average world price. Ito yung average nung Thailand and Vietnam, no? And sa noong January actually, yun yung peak niya, nasa 0.64 US dollars per kilo, parang ito yung aming tinitingnan. And then bumaba na siya nung March and April, continuously bumababa. Pero maliliit lang yung kanyang incremental decreases. So in terms of world prices, it is going down, and that's why we are seeing also a slight decreases in the retail price of rice here in the country. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you, sir. Yes, Ms. Shaila of TV5.
So regarding lang sa electricity, mataas po kasi talaga yung pag-increase. Would we attribute it to the series of yellow and red alerts during the previous month na nag-reflect po sa May because of tight supply?
Well, ang aming tinitingnan, of course, is the price ng ating mga electric service providers, so yung companies, particularly Meralco, saka yung ating mga electric cooperatives. So that's possible because, of course, if you have higher demand compared to supply, that would trigger some adjustments in the prices upward. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Sir, we'll proceed with Sir Andreo Calonzo of Bloomberg.
Sir, on rice, given what you've said about the global trend, so do we expect our local rice prices to sustain this downtrend?
Right now, we're seeing decreases, no? So mayroon tayo, pero yun nga yung price ng rice, yung reduction ng price of rice sa world market, very very small yung incremental decreases, and yun parang nako-complement naman dito. But you know, the price, the level, and the inflation year on year, makikita pa rin natin na substantial yun moving forward. Now, of course, if you heard last Monday, the NEDA board approved a reduction in the tariff sa rice, so that would trigger reduction in the prices, all things being the same. So we will be the Philippine Statistics Authority will be monitoring yung changes in the coming months dito sa price of rice. But there is expectation, of course, given na may reduction sa tariff, that the retail price will go down, all things being the same.
And then,
Thank you.
sir, we felt the impact of El Nino during the month of May, but the food inflation eased a bit. So, ano po ba ito? Hindi pa ba nararamdaman fully yung impact, or
Mayroon na kasi of course nakita natin yung impact kasi talaga ng El Nino first dun sa production side, ano. So nakita natin yung production side, particularly palay production. You've seen our reports sa first quarter na talagang bumaba. And there were a number of items there, no, na bumaba yung ating production. Dito kasi sa food, no, yung food basket lang natin kasi substantial naman yung ating items diyan, and may mga matataas na weights. May mga iba kasi siya na re-reverse yung ating trend, no. So for example, yung ating isa sa mga medyo mataas din na nagko-contribute dito ay yung ating flour bread, other bakery products. If you recall, last year, ito yung mataas ang inflation. Last year, for example, May 2023, this is about 11.4%. Ngayong May 2024, ito ay nasa 3.5%. At yung weight niya in the basket, in the food basket, is 3 percentage points. So may mga iba tayong nakikita na may pagbaba, may iba naman na pagtaas. Ang isa na nakita natin, and then I reported kanina, isa sa mga malaking contributor din dito under the food and non-alcoholic beverages commodity group ay yung fish and other seafood, no. So mga 5.7% yung kanyang weight. Last year, May 2023, this is about 5%. Nakita natin last year, kung naalala nyo, tumaas yung presyo ng mga isda. Ngayon, flat siya, almost zero. Zero actually, no, yung report. Noong April, 0.4%. So, nag-stabilize yung price, kaya nagko-contribute din siya doon naman sa pagbaba ng ating inflation under food and non-alcoholic beverages commodity group. So, may mga items na tumataas, may mga items naman na bumababa. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Yes, Ms. Kai?
Sir, yung sa passenger transport by sea, is that, yung increase niyan, is that also because of the fuel, or?
Yeah, definitely. Kasi input niya dahil dun sa presyo ng diesel and gasoline. Plus, it's travel season. So, there's demand, no? Those are the items that would contribute to... May decrease pa rin siya, pero sa iba, di ba? Pero hindi compared to previous months.
Pero sir, yung when you mentioned also travel season, so yung airfare hindi naging
Yung airfare, do you have? Yung airfare mayroon din. Ang domestic transport by air, yung ating inflation rate ay 3% noong May 2024 versus 25% noong May 2023. Mas mataas kasi yung ating fuel last year, di ba? Kasi yun talaga. Ang boat kasi, yung sea, medyo mataas yung weight niya slightly doon kaysa sa air transport. So we have that, we highlighted that particular item.
Thank you, Ms. Kai, for the question. Next question. Yes, Ms. Luisa?
Hi, sir. Good morning.
Good morning.
Just wanted to clarify on the ready-made food and other food products. I think you mentioned ginger prices. How big was the jump in
Price.
ginger price?
Okay,
Yes,
let's look at
thank you.
the ginger price. Okay. Ang presyo, average price noong May, 1 kilo of ginger, 148 pesos and 72 centavos. And then April, it's 127 pesos and 67 centavos. So may month-on-month siya ng mga 16.5%. May last year, this is just about 91 pesos and 70 centavos. So yung year-on-year growth niya is 62%. But of course, the weight is small, but you have the higher inflation. Malaki ang increase sa NCR. The price in NCR for ginger 1 kilo is 203 pesos average compared to last year, which is about 104 pesos average. So 94% increase in the National Capital Region. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Next question, please. Okay, let's proceed to questions online. From GMA News Online, Sir Ted Cordero. Fastest since when po ang 3.9% inflation rate in May? And to continue, sir, from Ian Nicolas Sigaral of Philippine Daily Inquirer, could the May reading be a peak inflation already?
Okay, yung 3.9 natin, this is, mayroon tayo nung, of course, fastest siya ngayong year, ano? Pero nung December 2023, 3.9% din. And then November 2023 is 4.1%. So, this is fastest since the November reading of 4.1%. November 2023 reading of 4.1%. Could the May inflation peak itong May? Well, we cannot really tell. As I've said, may mga risks tayo, our rice inflation, which is the base. Yun ang substantial yung contribution niya, at may paggalaw tayo dun sa ibang items na malaki rin yung contribution, no? After kasi the food, ang next na malaki ang contribution niya yung housing, water, electricity, gas, and other fuels. And we have seen increases sa price ng fuel, LPG, and then rent. Malaki rin kasi yung weight ng rent sa bahay. And if you recall again, last year nag-start mag-increase yan, ano, yung rent. Ngayong May, I think most of the contracts ay nagsisimula ngayon, kaya mayroon tayong mga adjustments in the rent, mga yearly contracts kasi kadalasan naman yung mga renta. So yun, tinitingnan namin yun. Of course, the PSA will be also monitoring yung impact nitong reduction in the tariff dun sa retail price. So there are risks moving forward, and that's why we cannot say whether this is the peak. But of course, the PSA team sa field offices are continuously monitoring the prices, and we're reporting it yung ating commodity prices ng middle of June, ano? So by that time we will get an idea whether the food items will also increase or decrease this month of June. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Okay, any other questions? Yes, we have here in front, Sir Manny of Bloomberg.
Hi, sir, just following up on what you just said. So you see risks going forward in inflation, but given the numbers we're seeing now, do you think the numbers for the rest of the year would be contained or between the central bank's 2 to 4% inflation target?
Yung isang pwedeng maging factor that would contribute to reduction is really yung tariff reduction natin. Kasi malaki. Yung aming estimate, very quick estimate on the impact ng price per kilo, ano, all things being the same, from the reduction in the tariff is about 6 to 7 pesos. All things being the same yun na computation, very quick computation. And that would have impact, a large impact on the inflation for rice. And the overall inflation. Kasi yung ating inflation for rice ngayon, substantial talaga yung kanyang contribution doon sa overall inflation. So for example, yung ating headline inflation, which is 3.9%, the rice inflation, which is 23%, is contributing 1.7 percentage points of the 3.9. So substantial siya, no, na contribution, and it's even bigger for the bottom 30% income household. Yung ating bottom 30% income household, our rice inflation there is about 25.1%. Kasi iba yung kanilang binibili, ano? And out of that 5.3% inflation for the bottom 30% income households, rice is contributing 3.7 percentage points. 70% of the overall inflation for the bottom 30% is due to the rice inflation. So pag bumaba itong presyo because of this tariff reduction in the coming months, we would be expecting reduction in the price of rice, reduction in the rice inflation, and this would trigger, all things being the same, pag walang mga increases sa iba, a reduction in the inflation rate moving forward. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Okay. Yes, Sir Andrea, here in front.
Sir, meron kayong in terms of percentage points, how much the lower rice tariffs will cut inflation, all things being constant?
Which one? Percentage points. Bigay niya lang mamaya. Ang daming computation eh. Bigay na lang niya. Pero there will be a reduction, no? Kasi ang sabi ko nga, we made some very quick computation. Ceteris paribus, of course, just the effect of the tariff. It's about 6 to 7%, 6 to 7 pesos per kilo, and that is substantial. That would be substantial. So price of rice, it would reduce rice inflation, which would in turn reduce the overall inflation given the contribution of rice to the overall inflation, all things being the same.
Sir, kasi just a follow up to that. There was a scenario by an economist saying that the reduction in the tariff from 35 to 15% for both in quota and out quota rice import duty would result in a reduction of 1.8 percentage points in overall inflation headline.
1.8?
1.8. Is that something that you are also seeing?
Parang iba yung aming numbers, pero may reduction. We will see. We will see in the coming months, no? Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, we have a question from Ms. Kai.
Sir, on that issue then, sir, kasi diba 35 tayo, from 35 to 15. So, essentially, parang nakalahati.
20
So,
percentage points reduction.
can we say na mga would cut the impact of tariffs by half?
Yung price? Hindi. Kasi una yung isang problem pa, of course, exchange rate. Tumaas yung exchange rate so you have to factor that in. When you buy rice, that's the US dollar. Yun. So may impact yun. So that's why we have to look at all of this. Of course, I'm pretty sure that our economists sa NEDA and BSP are doing some calculations. So sa amin naman, quick calculation, ceteris paribus, we just look at the exchange rate now and then the tariff reduction, and the others, of course, are assumed constant. So that's why we are looking at mga 6 to 7 pesos per kilo. But of course, we have to validate this once we collect data from the retail prices. Thank you.
You mentioned the peso. Meron po ba kayong estimate of how much it really adds to the cost?
Yung ano niya, parang yung effect niya, wala pa. Pwede naman siya, pero hindi pa nagka-calculate yung aking technical team. Kasi nalaman namin ito nung past few days lang eh. So we will be doing that calculation moving forward. Thank you.
Sir, just to clarify again, from Sir Ted Cordero of GMA News Online, tama po, tariff reductions to reduce rice prices to 6 to 7 pesos per kilo.
Yun yung aming Ted, yun yung parang quick calculation, all things being the same. But of course, in terms of the actual impact dun sa retail prices, we will still rely on the survey data. Parang ano lang yun, parang quick calculation, back of the envelope thing. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, sir. Okay, any other questions? Okay. Before we end our question and answer portion, we would like to invite also our media partners to attend our digital national ID launch on June 10, 2024, Monday at the PSA headquarters. A press conference will be followed after the launch with our Undersecretary Dennis Mapa and DICT Undersecretary David Almiral Jr. as our resource persons for this event. Other details will be sent po via your emails. Okay, so any other questions before we end? To our online? No more? Okay, so we'll be ending our question and answer portion. We would like to thank our press and media partners for joining us today in the May 2024 Inflation Press Conference. Sana'y patuloy niyo po kaming suportahan. You may visit our webpage at www.psa.gov.ph for more updates. Once again, I am Janine Almeda ng Philippine Statistics Authority. See you tomorrow po for our April 2024 LFS Preliminary Results Press Conference. Maraming salamat po at magandang umaga sa ating lahat.
Thank you.